Hello, this is Prince Will, Afri Hill Migration. I trust you are having a good time wherever you are. Today, I want to address why we have not moved abroad despite the desire to move abroad. One of the reasons why you've not moved abroad is because you are infatuated, you are fixated on a country that speaks a language you are familiar with. For example, those from English speaking African countries want to migrate to English speaking countries in Europe, in North America, or in Oceania. They want to go to countries like the UK, Ireland, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, US, and the likes. But it doesn't work this way because these English speaking countries like UK are quite expensive. If you want to move through study routes, the tuition fee for English speaking countries are quite high because English speaking countries, truthfully, are very few in number. Australia, New Zealand, Canada, UK, Ireland, US, and maybe one or two other countries speak English. So they are few. The competition for getting into these English speaking countries is very high. So the tuition fee is high, around $13,000 to $30,000 yearly. How many people can afford to pay a tuition fee of $13,000 to $30,000 per year? Those who can afford to pay this tuition fee would have no reason to actually leave their home country in the first place. Is that not true? So it means that those who really want to travel abroad are stuck because they can't even pay the tuition fee of these English speaking countries they want to move to. Solution: change your option. Switch to countries that don't speak English. You have Italy, you have France, even Malta. Malta speaks English too, but it's quite affordable. So you can switch to Malta if compulsorily you must go to an English speaking country. That is through the study route. Okay. Second reason why you've not moved abroad, despite your desire to do so, is because you only want to travel to a country where you have family members or friends. You want to go to country where you have an aunt, an uncle, a cousin, a brother, a sister, or a friend, or a church member, or a mosque member. That is why you've not gone, because you don't have people in these countries. So since you don't have people in these countries, does it mean you will never travel abroad? Is that what you're saying? And what about those who have family members abroad and they get disappointed? Many people think because I have an uncle, because I have an aunt in Canada, in UK, in Australia, once I get there, everything is going to work out perfectly for me. But it doesn't work this way. Fact has shown that many people are disappointed by family members, by friends who told them, whenever you're ready to come to the UK, I'm here for you. Whenever you're ready to come to the US, I'm here for you. I would sort you out, I will fix you up, and all those things. Eventually, you get this visa, which they don't think you would ever get. You get this visa, let's say a tourist visa, and you tell them, uncle, aunt, my guy, my G, I finally gotten the visa. I want to book my flight to UK. I want to book my flight to Canada. I want to book my flight to New Zealand and all that. And since they never thought you were ever going to get a visa, they disappoint you. Maybe they stop picking your calls, they stop replying your text messages, your WhatsApp, and all that. Or even if they accept you coming in, they come to pick you up at the airport. They give you stringent conditions in staying in their home. Some tell you cannot stay more than 2 weeks. Some say you cannot stay more than a month. Some tell you cannot stay more than 2 months. So how are you going to rely on people in getting a job, in getting your papers, when they eventually disappoint you? And your expectation is that once you get to that country, this uncle of mine, this brother of mine, this sister of mine, this auntie of mine, this friend of mine is going to get me a job in Canada, is going to help me to convert from visit visa to a work visa. What happens if they disappoint you? So if you want to move abroad, take away the thought of I have friends and family in this country, because they can disappoint you. And does it mean if you don't have friends and family in that country, you will not travel? Many people, including me, that went abroad, many of us didn't have friends and family. In fact, those that even had friends and family were disappointed by friends and family, right? But you see people abroad doing things back home, buying lands, building houses, having investment and all that. Many of them travel to countries where they had nobody, no friend, no family, not even enemies. They started from ground zero. It's all about determination. It's all about goal. It's all about preparation. Once you are prepared to move abroad, you need to have the information you need to succeed. Do you understand this? So take away the thought of you moving abroad because of family and friends. Just take that thought away from you and you will succeed when you're moving abroad. Now, another thing I want to say, the advice I want to give to us is that if you want to move abroad, let's say you're going to Poland. By the way, we assist with Poland work permits, just as we assist with Kuwait, UAE, Qatar, and some other work permits. However, this is, as I was saying, we assist with Poland work permits and other countries. So if you want to move to, let's say, Poland and many countries, you can move with blue collar jobs like cleaners, like factory worker jobs and other jobs, right? I know you may be an engineer, you may be a medical doctor, you may be some other thing in your home country, but getting these professional jobs from overseas is quite difficult. Does it mean because you cannot get professional jobs from your home country directly, does it mean you will not move abroad? No. You have to start with the options you have. Let's say you start with a factory work, you have a work visa, the job is a factory work. You move to Poland with a factory job offer. When you get to Poland, over the course of months, a year, you get to learn the Polish language, for example, depending on the language of that country. You get proficiency in their language. You get updates your certification. If you're an engineer, you have to get one or two certifications that allows you practice that mechanical engineering, that electrical engineering, that nursing, or whatever profession you've been practicing in your country. Remember that because you're an engineer in Nigeria, because you're an engineer in Ghana, because you're an engineer in Rwanda, doesn't mean you get to another country and immediately you start practicing as an engineer. You have to get some certifications from that country where you are to allow you practice as an engineer. So you need to have your skill, your certificates, academic and professional certificates in hand. So when you move to that new country like Poland, over time you adjust gradually, do the job that initially brought you there. Then after a few months, you can apply, or after a year or two, you can apply to that exact job you feel suits your capacity, that pays you what you want to earn. Do you understand? So moving abroad is not rocket science. It's just about planning. It's about focus. It's about dedication. This is Prince Will, Africa Immigration. If you need assistance with moving abroad, just send us an email, visa@africaimmigration.com, or WhatsApp us +250 7939 04829 or +23480 321 35850, and would assist you with your visa application, work permit, tourist visa, study visa, or other visa categories to make this possible for you this 2025 or whenever you are ready. This is Prince once again, Africa Immigration. Do have a lovely day. Cheers.